welcome back to another Conscious Libre video. Just a few messages first. If you're interested in live tarot, live versions of any of my series, or live one-on-one sessions of any of my series, go to my website. There's a little poll on there and let me know if there's any interest. I would absolutely love to do things, tarot live for people, so I'd like to know if there's any interest in that first. Also, I don't do twin flame confirmations, I don't do justifications. A lot of people are coming to me saying, so and so is my twin flame, I don't know what to do, but honestly I'm just past that. Look at my videos, my articles online, that is the information out there. I don't want to be going through the same thing over and over for what is me, my past. I don't want to keep revisiting that. So I understand it's hard, but I can't tell you who they are. If you're right, look at my videos. That's the best I can help you with. This is just going to be a quick video about something that I've come across today in my own path working. It's to do with the, how should I put it, the awareness of a disconnect or an estrangement from yourself, from your higher self, from your twin flame or same soul connection, and their higher self, because they're not always the same higher self. Now, I've been coming across this recently about sensing this masculine within me, and I can't tell if he's me, my higher self, my twin, or my twin's higher self, and it's been bugging me for a few months. So I decided last night to go into it and try and find out. Now, the way that I understood it was that he is, at the same time, at first I thought this was the possibilities, but what I was picking up is that he is myself. He is my higher self. But I am also with him, meaning it's not just me, as in one, but he is with me, as in me and him. And I am also in a relationship with him. This is the paradox. This is the multiple places, multiple timeline, multiple dimensional aspect, which can be really confusing at first, because I thought it's got to be one or the other. It can't be all of them. Though he is my higher self, he is also me. He is also a he. He is also my twin, and he is also someone that I am with in a relationship, a individual me and him at the same time, also being my same soul connection's higher self. And I realized that this is where that sense of confused, it's not disconnection, it seems to be disconnection, though it's actually coming from a confused state of something that I always used to have in my head before I consciously started my journey, but when I was still getting the information, I used to always be told, different face, different name, but it's still me inside. I used to hear that so much, and I understood that at first as being different vessels, different avatars, but I've realised that on a completely new level with this. I've realised that I am still, as I understand me, I am still me. That me that I am aware of within as being him. The confusion comes about when I look at myself and I see a female body, a female face, I have a different name. That's confusing me because I'm still me. But with this, it's not what I'm used to. I'm used to a masculine face with long black hair. And when I see this, I'm like, but I am still me. But this confuses me. And that's where the confusion with this self, not this self, but the self that my higher self is, the me that I have been before this in the past. That's the self that I've always known myself as I am aware of my higher self appearing to me now. But when I'm this, it's confusion, because I'm still me, yet there's this. And not to make matters worse, but to make things more confusing for my higher self, the me that's within, regardless of the face and the name and the identity and the who. That, I know it's sometimes called the true self, but I'm going to say the true being, because it's not the self, which is all this, it's the being. To make matters even more confusing, that being has the other me that's here as well, that has a completely different face, completely different name, and it's almost like a existential identity crisis. Now I think about it, because when I say I am still me, that is that him within me expressing that through this, that I am still me, yet the me that I'm used to isn't where that expression is coming from, and that's confusing me. I'm not doing this video to give answers or explanations. I'm here just to express what it's like in that confusion, and just little bits of information that I've gleaned so far, so other people that are in the same confusion will relate to my confusion. It's a lot easier than moving past something and being in a state of clarity and then going back and saying this is what it is, because people who haven't reached that far won't understand it. So I'm doing it here in the confusion. So I don't know how to rectify that. I don't know how to quantify that. I don't know where that word quantify comes from, because it's not a word I use very often, if at all. Well, it is the him. So is that higher self, that him that I've already embodied, that I embodied him. Okay, just been interrupted and I have absolutely no idea what I was just saying, because it was a few minutes ago. I think I was saying something like, I'm still in that confusion, though I now understand what that confusion is. This self-identity confusion of having so many selves, in so many forms, in so many states. It's like a sense of, I'm here. But am I here because I don't recognise this? I recognise the bit inside, though I recognise there's a bit outside, and there's also that, is that me as well? It's this confusion. And I know I've come to understand it. I know simply it's that I am all of them at the same time. That's a real simplistic, basic mental understanding, but I know that there's a lot more deeper in there that I need to be able to understand as that comes forward. Completely lost my track. That's going to have to be it, because I've completely lost track of what I was. The flow. I've completely lost the flow, unfortunately. I hope this is useful to someone. I'm sure there'll be other people that are going through this similar confusion. If I get any more information or updates, I'll post them as well.